is kimchi day in the Crunchy Cultures kitchen. We are not in the Crunchy Cultures kitchen. We are in the Fermented Homestead kitchen. But we're getting ready to go to the Crunchy Cultures kitchen. And part of any successful day involves breakfast, or at least preparing a meal. I am literally just making 3/4 pound patties, so a pound of ground beef patties with some Baja Gold mineral salt on top, and that is it. I'm a simple creature. That is what I'm getting ready to do, printing off some forms that I need. I spent the morning editing some videos, and that's about it. I will see you guys at the Crunchy Cultures kitchen for Kimchi Marathon, which we are also going to be bringing back, hopefully, assuming the fermentation goes well. We're planning to bring back the, what do you call it? The cucumber kimchi. That's been on hiatus for a while. We're having some fermentation issues with it and trying to figure out a good sustainable recipe that can be sustained with less labor than the way that I was doing it before, because it was an astronomical amount of labor. Completely ridiculous. So we'll see how that goes. We're gonna track everything, all of the things. I'll see you there. The first thing that we have to do today is set up all of our stuff for the testing that I have to do later on. It doesn't really matter when I do the testing, but I need to get all of these lovely, I don't know what you call them. They're basically pre-mixed amounts of alcohol content from 0.1 to 2, and they have to all be the same temperature. So I went ahead and dispensed them into the little vials that we have to have them in to test. And I'm gonna put these right next to the kombucha that is in the other room. So we can all get to be as close to the same temperature as humanly possible. We actually have to do 2 rounds of this. This is to calibrate the machine. That little black doodad, that's a speaker. It's right behind there. It's right there. That little thing, it is a ethanol tester. And in order for it to function optimally, it has to be calibrated. Basically what you're doing is you're testing what number it's outputting at a certain temperature according to a predetermined concentration of ethanol. So, and in order to do that, it has to be within 1 degree Celsius for it to be considered accurate. So, we are going to calibrate all of these bad boys, and we're gonna put it next to our boxes of second fermented kombucha. And so give it like an hour and they should be roughly the same temperature. But then over here we have our fermenting kombucha that is currently on its first ferment, and these bad boys are at a higher temperature because heaters aimed at those. No heater aimed at that. So this side is cooler than this side, so I'm gonna have to do a second round of calibration, and I don't have that many vials to be able to set them up at the same time. So let's get to the kimchis. Thought I heard somebody. That was a very long 2 days. I just didn't really feel like filming, so I thought that I would share with you guys the 2 days in the life of a table and what can happen on here. It's technically 2 tables. We have a dedicated, that is the kimchi table. Finished kimchi or finishing kimchi only goes on that table. And that is because, of cross-contamination worries with serious allergens. There is soy in our kimchi. It's fermented, it's non-GMO, it's about the best reasonably priced soy product that you can get. It's a tamari. And so we just make sure that that table is the only one that has it, so that there's no risk of any allergens being on other tables. So yeah, that's why I did it over there. And plus, you know, you can see we ran out of room over here. But anyways, I'm here, I'm back. All of the kimchi is done. It's fermenting, it's great, it's doing its thing. But now we have to do cucumber kimchi. That is what is on the agenda today. It is a cucumber kind of day. We're gonna be doing 3 batches of cucumber kimchi, which is, it's already been soaking in the salt, but we have to put everything together, rinse it off, put everything together. And then 2 batches of pickles, because why not? We have cucumbers, so why not make pickles? The first thing that I have to do today is check on temperatures. Temperatures are everything, and they all have to be carefully maintained. The temperature in here looks amazing. Oh, we've been fighting with this thing for days. Oh, I think we finally hit the nail on the head. I have this fancy thermometer. It is a digital thermometer that I wanted to say was fancy, but it will not update. I think the battery's running low on it, but all of the ones in here are saying 38 to 39 degrees, which is absolutely perfectly spot on. Everything is blowing really good. We got our last batch of kombucha down here. We haven't really brought anything except that shelf in here from the walk-in cooler upstairs. And that's because all that stuff is finished, it's ready, and we were regulating the temperatures inside of here. So we didn't want to, you know, risk a finished product with uncertain temperatures fluctuating. Everything in here, 72, 73, which means I'm gonna turn that guy on. This one runs all the time. It doesn't run all the time, but it's hooked up all the time. And because it has a switch instead of a button, it will just turn on and off when it is needed. So far, up until this morning, this has been enough. Like, this got it up to temperature in here, and this maintained it. This is the first time that I've had to turn this on since we got back into this room. So, turn that back on. It should be up to temperature probably within an hour.
What I have here are leftover daikon radishes that we had cut up in the kitchen the other day. I put them in the refrigerator for a few days. I loaded them up on the rack, so I'm about to put them in the freezer, get them ready for the cube freeze dryer, and see what happens. These things right here, normally I probably wouldn't eat like by itself, but I'm going to freeze dry them and try them. Maybe I could put them in something, maybe they would work. Some ramen or something like that. We'll see how it goes with this. I was thinking about putting some spices on it, but I changed my mind on that. I'm just gonna try it raw the way it is like this, and hopefully it turns out really well. See how it goes.